Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I just realized I was a complete and total idiot in the last episode. Minmus is inclined. We need to set our inclination correctly. So at the ascending node, I'm just going to go ahead and is this correct? Is this the wrong direction? I think that's the wrong direction. Let's just go ahead and burn this way. Can we get closer than 0.1% or 0.1 degree? Looks like not really, but that's probably good enough. Okay, so we are just going to go ahead and do that burn very, very quickly, and that should allow us to actually get a Minmus encounter. Oh boy, it's been too long since I've played this game. Okay, we'll just slowly snake our way up to the maneuver node. There we go. Close enough. I'm going to go ahead and warp forward a little bit. I'll just go ahead and warp to next maneuver, actually. There we go. This is going to be a 4-second burn, so let's just target ourselves a little bit more accurately here. And then warp forward yet again. We're going to be burning this at 2 seconds. Okay. Going to need to reorient a little bit here. There we go. Get ourselves a nice inclination. Close enough. I hope. Okay, now that we have our proper inclination, now we can actually find ourselves a maneuver. I don't even know what I was thinking. Like, of course we're not going to find a maneuver. Okay, we've got a very small encounter with Minmus there. Let's see what that looks like. That isn't awful. Let's just see if we can adjust our periapsis a little bit here. No, not radial. I want retrograde. There we go. Let's just adjust this in to be, honestly, a low orbit is fine. Maybe like 20 kilometers? Yeah, that seems good. Okay, this is just prograde a tiny amount. Can we get rid of that radial bit? There we go. Much better. Okay. Yep, that seems good. Let's just go ahead and lock to this node, which right now is basically a radial burn, which is awkward. But that's mostly because we are not at the right time. Let's just get ourselves oriented for the burn. There we go. And it's kind of difficult to click on the warp to next maneuver. There we go. Burn time of 1 minute and 7 seconds. We are definitely going to be burning out of this stage. So I think I'm going to go ahead and burn this a little bit early since our next stage has much lower thrust to weight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and burn this at 1 minute. How much lower thrust to weight do we have? 1.08 versus 4.2? Yeah. At 1 minute. Okay, let's get this done. And off we go. And I think we've got plenty of DV to do actually a couple of different orbits. We'll do a low orbit, and then we'll do a high orbit, and then we'll come home. Okay. We are burning slightly early, but that's okay. We compensated. Because, I mean, over Minmus, this Delta V is going to go so much further. So I'm pretty sure we're good on the old DV front. As usual, I tend to over-engineer things. Okay. I think we overshot a little bit there. I'm just going to do a small corrective burn. Yeah, we did overshoot. And at this distance, it's important that we not do that. Okay. A little bit more correction. There. That should be good enough. Let's double check our orbit. We don't have an encounter. Excellent. Okay, we want prograde. We need to get there slightly quicker. There's an encounter. Okay, and let's just keep getting our periapsis in a little closer. Tiny amounts of delta V at this distance make big effects. Ah! I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit X and I hit Z. We're going to have to correct it. Okay. Here we come. Okay. Now I want to be in a little bit closer. Not much. Our inclination is a little awkward, but that's fine. We don't care. Good enough. There we go. At this periapsis, let's go ahead and do a bit of a circularization burn. That's too much of a circularization burn. There we go. That'll do the trick. I want to circularize it a bit more. More like that. That'll do. Well, maybe a little more. That'll do. Okay. So this is going to be a retrograde burn, but once we get there, things are going to be vastly different. So I'm just going to go ahead and warp to our Minmus encounter. So off we go. Goodbye, Kerbal. And then we'll go ahead and orient retrograde, since it will be a pure retrograde burn. And here we are, in space high over Minmus Lowlands. So there's our first flyby of Minmus. We'll get some money for that. Crew report. I'm going to go ahead and have Valentina EVA. Actually, I'm going to have Bob EVA. I don't know if the EVA report gets us more science, having a scientist doing it or not, but materials study. And now we will go ahead and collect everything. And then we'll have Bob EVA again. And then he'll go ahead and restore the Science Junior. Excellent. Temperature, atmospheric pressure, and a mystery goo observation. There we go. We do have a second mystery goo, so we'll be able to get it in space low as well. We'll just collect everything. Okay. And now, we have plenty of DV, so we can go ahead and warp to next maneuver. And what is our thrust to weight here? Yeah, 27.34. We've got plenty of thrust to weight over Minmus. So here's in space near. Crew report. Temperature scan. Atmospheric pressure scan. Mystery goo observation. Our second material study. We'll have Bob EVA. Actually, I should have collected first. Select all. Bob EVAs. Restores the Science Junior just in case. And then hops back in. Lock to prograde. No, lock to retrograde. What am I talking about? Get to retrograde. There we go. And we'll burn this at 8 seconds. And then we'll do 1 orbit. So in 2 seconds, mark. Okay, we've got an EVA report over the Great Flats to do. We'll do that as soon as this burn is done. Okay, what are we looking like? That's good enough. Let's go ahead and collect everything. Nothing to collect. Okay, Bob, EVA. Grab an EVA report. And we will go ahead and collect everything. Excellent. So now I'm going to go ahead and set up a node right here. Just so that we can see our orbital status. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn on time warp stopping when we go into different biomes. Lowlands we've already got. Flats. Bob, EVA report. We'll grab that. Excellent. Collect all. What else do we have? Lowlands, that's fine. Flats, that's fine. Lowlands, fine again. Greater Flats, which is probably going to be where we're going to end up setting up our spaceport, if it's equatorial enough. Let's take a quick look, actually. Yeah, that's quite equatorial. Right there is actually a pretty ideal place. That's probably going to be where we're going to be targeting. Okay, let's go ahead and lock prograde for now. There's not a huge point to it, but it'll be fine. Lowlands, we don't care. We've already got. Greater Flats, we've already got. Lowlands, we've already got. Midlands. Go ahead and EVA. Grab that. And we will collect that in. Fantastic. Okay, what else do we got? Lowlands. Midlands. And we already got all the in-space high science. So we can actually just head home after this. Slopes, though. That's new. We'll go ahead and grab that. Collect all. Midlands, slopes again. Midlands. Lowlands. Lesser Flats. We'll EVA that. There we go. Collect that. Lowlands, and I think that's going to get us home. Midlands. Okay, that's a full orbit. We already got all the in-space high stuff, right? I think. Let's see. Let's show experiments available on this vessel. Minmus. In-space high. All that's landed. In-space near the Highlands we don't have. But I'm looking specifically for Minmus high. Atmospheric pressure scan, crew report while landed. Okay, that's a lot of Highland stuff. Materials study. Yeah, we're good on in-space high. Excellent. Thank you, X-Science. Well, that means it's time to go home. So, I think I want to burn, like, basically equatorial. So, basically here. To get out of here. And, let's just see how we can go about getting home relatively safely. Let's try the other side. Burn prograde. Okay, that gets us basically there, but we can very easily burn prograde and have our periapsis coming in over here. That's still pretty high. It's because the orbit is at this point twisting, which isn't necessarily what we want. Yeah, this is more like what we want. Okay, that's too much. 297. Let's go ahead and drop it to basically exactly at 70. 67. That'll be good. Okay, so a little bit of an awkward burn. But I mean, we have a little bit of an awkward orbit. So let's go ahead and warp to next maneuver, actually. Not to here. Warp to next maneuver. And then we're going to have to target it straight at the next maneuver node, since it's a bit of an awkward burn. But it's only a 6-second burn, so we have plenty of delta V. I'm not concerned in the slightest. One might even say we have too much delta V, but I am not that person that would say that. Let's go ahead and turn these lights on, actually. We haven't done that. Lights on. Excellent. We can now see things. Too much. We can see too much things. Okay. There we go. Orient right there. We want to burn this at 6 seconds. That's too late, but whatever. I keep warping too far. I guess my mind's not on this for some reason. I don't know why that would be. And I keep hitting the wrong buttons, too. I mean, I only overshot by 2 meters per second there. That's nice. Just go to stability assist. Correct this a little bit. Okay. 0.4 meters per second. Probably close enough. What's our final periapsis looking like? Yeah, that's close enough. We'll just do a re-entry burn at the periapsis. Once we get here, we'll do a retrograde burn to come down to, you know, something like I thought that would open that up. About like this. That'll do the trick. I mean, it's still a bit of an awkward inclination, but it's all good. Minmus is always a bit awkward. Okay, well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will return home with everybody. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.